Hi there, it's your girl Z from TransVoiceLessons.com, and today we're going to talk about 5 crucial things that helped me become a better singer. Now, I've been singing for a long time. I have a 15-year singing timeline on this channel, and I really feel in the last year or so I've made some substantial improvement that I'm looking forward to sharing with you all. So number 1, sing often, sing anything, but especially sing the music that you love. The number 1 question that I get from beginners about singing is what should they sing, or how should they sing, or how to get started. And before you think about technique or trying to optimize anything, you just got to get started making sound. That's the number 1 thing. Get active. And so if there's music that you love, listen to that, get that in your ears, sing along with it to the best that you can, right? Don't force anything, just work along with it, hum along with it, and start to get that sense of music and movement and singing and melody. You don't need to sing any particular song or any particular melody. In fact, you can just start making your own melody. You can just start making a sound and moving your voice around. And that's honestly one of the best things that you can do as a beginner. So listen to music you love, sing that, sing whatever you want, but don't be afraid to just sing freely and really be in your sound. And that's one of the best ways that we can improve. Number 2, listen to yourself. This is the fundamental way that we learn voice. We listen, and it's through what we hear we can then adjust and react and understand if we're making something better, worse, if we're getting closer to the quality that we want, or further. And not only that, but the way that we actually acquire different vocal behaviors is through hearing first. It's the interaction with the sound that allows the body to process and figure out all the different actions that we learn to do. One of the most common complaints that I hear from beginners when they're getting started is they really feel lost and they're in the dark. So maybe during a lesson they feel like they know what they're doing, and then on their own it's like they just don't know where to go. And that's the thing. If we listen to ourselves and aim towards sounds and use those as targets, as references while we're doing it, it makes it so we're not just aimlessly moving through the dark, but we have a goal that we're working towards, and we can hear if we get 2 or 3% better. Because if you can really hear the sound or look towards hearing the sound, you can sense instantly if it's right or not. And then we start to see this internal feedback loop form where they have a stronger sense of listening as they're vocalizing, and they start to make evaluations about what they're doing, which isn't necessarily like, oh, this is horrible, this is good, but like a quality level. Oh, this has this texture, right? This is a bit higher. Ooh, this sounds strained. This is a bit harsher, right? These are the ways that we have to listen and communicate to navigate our vocal development. So it's important that you start listening as you vocalize. And as you do that, don't be afraid to listen to what your body is saying physically either. If your body's saying, this is uncomfortable, this is painful, or my voice is getting fatigued by this, that's a clear sign that you need to back off. You need to go slower, you need to relax, you need to take breaks. You need to listen more carefully and listen for strain or any harshness that could be contributing to that fatigue. Number 3. Slow down when you're working on something difficult. One of the biggest advantages we have as a vocal agent or as like an individual practicing voice is we have the ability to consciously slow down, because we shouldn't really be trying to manually control our voice or like push our muscles around. But it's totally okay to go slower and try to stretch out what you hear. And that's super important, because when you're working on difficult passages, you can actually hear the mistakes forming before they happen. This is especially true when people are trying to extend their high range and gain access to higher pitches in a more comfortable and natural sound. Because if you just keep rushing at your high notes, you're not really intaking or processing or listening to a lot of that. So if you slow down, it gives your ear a chance to listen longer. It gives you a chance to listen before mistakes form. And you can often just avoid the mistake entirely by just not letting it build up before it becomes too big of a problem. Now, I also think there is value in going really fast too. We really want to be dynamic, but when you're working on difficult passages, definitely slow it down most of the time. This is especially true for any vocalists who want to learn to sing really quick runs or vocal licks like gospel licks. Sing that slow, work it slow, build that up, and that muscle memory and that coordination will be there for you. So yes, slow down. It is a superpower that we can all take advantage of, and it pays massive dividends for each individual, especially in the difficult parts of their voice. Number 4, sing and practice with a pitch drone. Drones have been the most valuable piece of training my ear out of anything that I've learned in music. This is an ancient human tradition, and it is the backbone of many vocal chant traditions and many vocal traditions that have much finer intonation requirements than most Western equal-tempered music. So what is a drone? A drone is when you have a constant, unwavering pitch that just plays in the background. So once that drone is playing, what you do is you just sing against it. You can hum quietly, you can sing fully. Just make sure that there's some balance between you and the drone. And what it'll start to do is teach you this sense of harmony and this sense of moving against pitch. It teaches you how to find pitch and match pitch. It teaches you how to match and find clean intervals. Everything that you need to know about intonation, you will find singing against a drone. One of the things that's most important about singing, other than a cappella work, voice is always working against harmony or implying some harmony. And for a beginner vocalist, it is so difficult to get the experience of harmony while you practice. However, the drone is so simple. You just put it on, and even if you have no clue what you're doing, I promise, if you sing against a drone consistently for a week, 2 weeks, a month, you're going to hear it. It is unavoidable, and it is why it has been such a backbone in human vocal traditions for thousands of years. I'll link some of my favorite drones that are easily available down in the description. So once you click play on those, you just start to vocalize. One of the things that I would recommend at first is trying to find the pitch and match it. That's finding a unison. I have a video about that on my channel, which I'll link in the description as well. It's learning how to match pitch for beginners. But even if you don't know how to do that, or you already do know how to do that, what you then want to start to do is sing against that drone and move slowly and listen to what you hear. Look for combinations against the drone that you find beautiful or enjoyable to make, and try to stabilize those. Or once you have them stabilized, push away from them and come back to them. Play against it, push against that medium, and it reacts and responds and gives you more feedback about your voice than simply singing in a room does. I teach my beginner students singing against a drone for how to match pitch. We teach it in our group classes, and it's one of the most amazing reactions of anything that we ever do in voice, because there's something profound about hearing the interference of those two pitches. And when someone experiences it for the first time and they really feel it and hear it, they hear music and they hear their voice in a very different way. Number 5, recognize the importance of space. Singing is not just you in a small body making sound. It is you in a space, filling that space with your sound. And that space becomes part of what it means to sing. This is why people love singing in the car or singing in the shower. It's because those spaces really make for an intimate interaction with your own sound. That's why when we go into concert halls, there's these beautiful melodies that get sung out. And then maybe if you record yourself singing the same melody, maybe it sounds a bit dry. Maybe it sounds a little cold, right? The room makes a massive difference, because one of the things that people hear when they actually hear your voice in person, or when you hear people singing in person, is you hear their voice after it's moved throughout the room a lot. These late reflections, and how that propagates really influences the way that it ends up sounding. So many times I see individuals with singing goals that are like pop celebrities with really, really light and soft voices, and they go and they learn those voices and they're shouting or really projecting and reaching for those qualities. Another important feature to think about with space is distance, right? If you're whispering in someone's ear, you can sound a lot different than if you have to like talk across the room when you're giving a presentation. So you need to recognize how vocal tone conveys intensity of a voice as well. So in summary, sing often, sing anything, and especially sing things that you love. Try to sing your own melodies. Try to make your own song in life. Listen while you vocalize. Your ability to improve and do more and be confident navigating the space and reaching your goals is going to be based on your ability to listen to yourself, because only you can know if you're making the right sound. Only you can know what the right sound is for you. Ultimately, it is an aesthetic decision. And so part of starting your voice work is developing that sense of aesthetic and that sense of listening. So it's okay if you're not the best listener or if you don't know exactly what to listen to at first. That's what I'm here to help you with. And so your job is to be active and be present and listen while you're vocalizing, so you can really listen and take in all those lessons that your voice is giving you. Slow down so you give yourself plenty of chances to listen, make adjustments, and actually notice improvement. The faster you're going, the harder it is for you to hear things, the harder it is for you to see subtle improvements, because vocal improvement often comes down to, did you do that 5% better or 10% better? If you can hear just that much, that's pointing you in a better direction to continue exploring. So when you go slow, it's a lot easier to hear that, especially around difficult points. Sing with a drone. Just do it. It will teach you harmony that you need to know to help you intonate your voice better. It will teach you how to move against sound. It will train your ear in ways that you simply cannot train singing by yourself. It is the easiest and quickest way to learn how to sing in tune and in key and match pitch. So definitely sing with a drone, and check the descriptions for my favorite drones down below. Understand how the room impacts your sound. There will be certain rooms that you like to sing in. Singing outside is really dry. It's really hard to get inspired singing outside, standing in the grass. Singing in the bathroom, a lot easier. Putting a little bit of reverb on your voice coming into your computer, now it's really easy to be inspired. So listen for those different qualities, and when you're singing, try to connect to the space that you're singing in and play into that space. So yeah, those are 5 crucial things that have helped me so much as a musician, as a vocalist, as an educator, and as a listener. And I hope they help you just as much as they have helped me. These can be applied no matter what level you are at. If you are the best in the world, you can still get better at every single one of these. If you are just getting started and you've never tried singing, you can do these all right now. So apply these infinite skills, and may they carry you towards your best goal. So that's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, just post down below. We have a lot of exciting changes coming for this channel. Obviously, this is a big improvement, and it will only continue to improve. If you want to support the work we're doing, please check us out on Patreon at the link down below. If you would like to work with us in private lessons or group lessons, please check out our website, TransVoiceLessons.com. And otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.